Welcome all. Let's see how to find the square root of non-perfect square numbers in this video. For this we are going to follow three easy steps. In the first step we will find the perfect square number which is near to the given number and write its relationship with the given number. In the second step we will find the square root of this perfect square number. In the third step we are going to divide the number here by the twice or double of the square root number here. This will be our last step and the answer for the square root of the given number. Now let's find square root of 10. For finding square root of 10, we will write the nearest possible square number which is near to 10 and write its relationship with it. So the nearest possible square number which is near to 10 is 9 and 9 plus 1 will make it 10. Now we are going to find the square root of this number. So square root of 9 will be 3 plus 1 divided by twice of this number which is 3. So the square root of 10 will be 3 plus 1 divided by 6. 1 divided by 6 will be 0.1. So the answer is 3 plus 0.1 which is 3.1. So we found that the square root of 10 is 3.1. Let's find the square root of 18. To find the square root of 18 we have to write the nearest possible square number which is near to 18 and write its relationship with it. So the nearest possible square number which is near to 18 is 16 and 16 plus 2 will make it 18. So now we are going to take square root of this number which is 4 plus 2 divided by twice of this number which is 4. So the square root of 18 will be 4 plus 2 divided by 8. When we divide 2 by 8 it becomes 0.2. So square root of 18 will be 4 plus 0.2 which is 4.2. So we found that the square root of 18 is 4.2. Now let's find the square root of 29. For this we will write the nearest possible square number which is near to 29 and write its relationship with it. So 25 plus 4 will be 29. In the next step we will take the square root of this number which is 5 plus 4 divided by twice of this number 5. So it will be 5 plus 4 divided by 10. When we divide 4 by 10 it becomes 0.4. So square root of 29 is 5 plus 0.4 which is 5.4. Now let's find the square root of 41. For this the nearest possible square number which is near to 41 is 36. Now we have to write the relationship with it. So 36 plus 5 will be 41. Now we are going to take the square root of this perfect square number which is 6 plus 5 divided by twice of the square root of the perfect square number which is 6. So it will be 6 plus 5 divided by 12. When we divide 5 by 12 it becomes 0.4. So the answer is 6 plus 0.4. So the square root of 41 is 6.4. Now let's find the square root of 55. For finding the square root of 55 we will write the nearest possible square number which is near to 55 and write its relationship with it. The perfect square number near to 55 is 49 and 49 plus 6 will be 55. Now we are going to take the square root of the perfect square number which is 7 plus 6 divided by twice of 7. So it will be 7 plus 6 divided by 14. When we divide 6 by 14 it becomes 0.4. So the square root of 55 is 7 plus 0.4 which is 7.4. Now let's find the square root of 74. For this we are going to write a perfect square number which is near to 74 and write its relationship with it. So 64 plus 10 will be 74. Now we are going to take square root of the perfect square number, which makes it 8, plus 10 divided by twice of the square root of the perfect square number, which is 8. So it will be 8 plus 10 divided by 16. When we divide 10 by 16, it becomes 0.6. So the answer becomes 8 plus 0.6. So the square root of 74 is 8.6. Now let's find square root of 92. For this we are going to write the perfect square number which is near to 92 and write its relationship with it. The perfect square number which is near to 92 is 100, and 100 minus 8 will be 92. In the next step we are going to take the square root of the perfect square number, which becomes 10 minus 8 divided by twice of this number, which is 10. So the answer is 10 minus 8 divided by 20. When we divide 8 by 20, it becomes 0.4. So 10 minus 0.4. So the square root of 92 is 9.6. Now let's find the square root of 108. For this we are going to write the perfect square number which is near to 108 and write its relationship with it. So 100 plus 8 will be 108. Now we are going to take square root of the perfect square number, which is 10 plus 8 divided by twice of this number, which is 10. So 10 plus 8 divided by 20 will be 10 plus 0.4. So the square root of 108 is 10.4. Now let's find the square root of 150. The perfect square number which is near to 150 is 144, and 144 plus 6 will be 150. In the next step we are going to take square root of 144, which is 12, plus 6 divided by twice of this number, which is 12. So it becomes 12 plus 6 divided by 24. When we divide 6 by 24, it becomes 0.2. So 12 plus 0.2. So the square root of 150 will be 12.2. Now let's find the square root of this number 260. The perfect square number which is near to 260 is 256, and 256 plus 4 becomes 260. Now we are going to take square root of 256. The square root of 256 will be 16 plus 4 divided by twice of 16. It will be 16 plus 4 divided by 32. When we divide 4 by 32, it becomes 0.1. So 16 plus 0.1 will be the square root of 260. So the answer is 16.1. Now let's find the square root of 395. The perfect square number which is near to 395 is 400. So 400 minus 5 will be 395. In the next step we are going to find the square root of the perfect square number, which is 400. So the square root of 400 will be 20 minus 5 divided by twice of this number, which is 20. So 20 minus 5 divided by 40 will be 20 minus, when we divide 5 by 20, it becomes 0.12. So 20 minus 0.12. When we subtract 20 minus 0.12, it becomes 19.88. So the square root of 395 is 19.88. Now let's find the square root of this number 630. The nearest perfect square number which is near to 630 is 625. So 625 plus 5 becomes 630. When we take square root of this perfect square number, it becomes 25 plus 5 divided by twice of 25. It will be 25 plus 5 divided by 50. When we divide 5 by 50, it becomes 0.1. So the square root of 360 is 25.1. Now let's find square root of 708. To find the square root of 708, we will find the nearest possible perfect square number which is near to 708. The perfect square number which is near to 708 is 676. So 676 plus 32 will be 708. Now we are going to take square root of this number 676. So the square root of 676 will be 26 plus 32 divided by twice of 26. So 26 plus 32 divided by 52. When we divide 32 by 52, it becomes 0.6. So 26 plus 0.6 is the square root of 708. So the answer is 26.6. Now let's find the square root of this number 913. The perfect square number which is near to 913 is 900. So 900 plus 13 will be 913. When we take square root of 900, it becomes 30 plus 13 divided by twice of 30. It becomes 30 plus 13 divided by 60. When we divide 13 by 60, it becomes 0.2. So the answer is 30 plus 0.2, which is 30.2. Hope you like our video. Thanks for watching. Now let's find the square root of 1616. For this we will find the nearest square number which is near to 1616, which is 1600 plus 16 will be 1616. Now we are going to take square root of the perfect number here, which makes it 40 plus 16 divided by twice of this number, which is 40. So the answer is 40 plus 16 divided by 80. When we divide 16 by 80, it becomes 0.2. So the answer is 40 plus 0.2, which is 40.2.